Huh? The block says having other people stream video to you while you stream sounds scary to me. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. It happens to a lot of MMO streamers. I'm not surprised. Cydia says, why is it that people who go through hardships are generally nice, caring people? You know, what makes an asshole? It's very simple. Most people who are bullies, online bullies and stuff, it's because they, number one, have never been the victim of what they're receiving. So they don't understand how awful and messed up it is to be the receiving end of this kind of online harassment. That's number one. So there's no way for them to have empathy because they've never experienced it themselves. Number two, I would argue that it's when you're young and that it's when you're, how can I say? Basically, when you're young and you're immature, you don't really think about it. You know what I mean? Because again, I'll give you some examples. When I was young, in my early 20s, I was part of the Street Fighter community. I was known as one of the biggest shit-talking trolls in competitive Street Fighter. I would go online on SRK forums and I would shit-talk everyone, up, down, left, and right. I would go in IRC chats and I would shit-talk everyone. That's just who I was. Now, I didn't think anything of it, but, you know, years later, you go back and you think about how dumb that was and how it probably caused a lot of people a lot of stress and a lot of harassment. And I go to because here's the thing, like, no lie, I would say fucked up stuff. Like, I'm going to go to a tournament, and if anyone acts like an asshole, I'm going to beat the shit out of them and throw them in a trash can like they deserve. I would say stuff like that. Now, did it ever happen? No. I never got into a fight at a event. I never had any intention of getting into a fight at a Street Fighter event. But I would talk out of my ass, and now I look back on that as an adult, and I'm like, dude, I was an asshole. I was so immature. I was so stupid. And imagine the stress. There might have been people who literally were like, I don't want to go to the event because Darkside Phil might start a fight, and I don't want to be involved in a fight. Right? Why the fuck why did I cause that stress for people? How stupid, you know? And it's not like I was a little dude. You know, I'm 6 feet tall. Well, I'm 5'11", excuse me. So I am much bigger than a lot of the people who are attending the tournaments. And, you know, this guy's going to start problems. Is he going to start fighting? You know? And the funny part was the people who met me in person, I was a completely different person. I was always the chillest guy in the room, joking, playing games, having fun, always respectful. Whether I won or lost, I always shook the opponent's hand no matter what. Even if it's someone I didn't like, I would still shake your hand if I lost. I always was a man of my word. If I said I was going to show up to a tournament, I did. If I said I was going to do a money match, I would. Even though I lost the vast majority of money matches I ever entered or partook in, I always paid out. Like, that's what I mean. I was just a different person. And I feel like those who met me in person were like, whoa, what a difference. That's why I had friends. That's why I was friendly in the Street Fighter community. And a lot of people actually liked me who knew me from the East Coast who would go to tournaments and see me. But everyone who only knew me from online hated my guts, right? In a lot of ways, I used my days in the Street Fighter community, those troll days, as a way to get like a vent, an outlet for my frustrations, because my real life was very boring and frustrating. Retail jobs. I got a college degree that didn't go anywhere and I couldn't get any jobs based on it. So I wasted all that time and money. So the Street Fighter community was, this is it. It's like pro wrestling to me. Talk shit, go to the tournament, participate, hype, drama. That's what it was, you know? But now I look back and I say, what an asshole, right? I shouldn't have done that. How many people basically were really messed up because, and you know, I'm happy to say that I did apologize to some of the people who I used to harass back in the day, and some of them have forgiven me, which is really nice to know. It's not on my conscience anymore that I gave people shit and they had, you know, bad lives because of it or anything. But then you look at these people who harass me online, and I realize, I guarantee you these people are the same. Never had any real hardship in their life, so they don't know what it's like to truly be harassed. They don't know the stress and the fucking pain that people could be going through because people are actually like harassing people at all. They don't get it. They're just ignorant. And they think, it's online. It's just fun and games. I'm just fucking around. It's a way for them to get an outlet. Oh, harass Phil? Oh, that's fun. He could put up, it ain't going to kill him. He's been doing this for 17 years. So, I'll just completely fuck with the guy and he'll still persevere anyway. Well, you're right. The truth is you're insignificant. You're just a shit stain on the world. No, I mean it. Like people who act like that, you're literally just like a hemorrhoid on the ass of those who are successful that won't go away. You still annoy them, but they continue to be successful, positive people while you're just a zit. And then one day you'll pop and then you're forgotten. You're just a fart in the wind. Instead of what you're doing, you should actually focus on positivity and making yourself a good person who has friends, family, a career, positive things going on in your life so that you can focus on that and stop trying to ruin everyone else's good stuff. Stop trying to rain on everyone else's parade just because you don't have your own going on. You know what I mean? But that's what it is. These people think they can anonymously just get away with ruining other people's lives and then they get their jollies off doing it, right? Let's see here. Got a $2 tip. Please give your opinion. Many games, including Expedition 33, don't have good sounding special effects or dialogue. I was skeptical for Oblivion. I thought they'd fuck up the game somehow, like ruin the coloring and make the sound shitty, but it's great.